So there's anger in my system. And I'm going to kind of guide myself through working with it whilst sharing the process with you at the same time. So let's see how it goes. So there's a presence of goodness here. There's a presence of love here. There's a presence of something here which is smiling, which is okay, which is happy and free. And there's also a angry aspect of my psyche, which is actually a bodily sense, and that bodily sense kind of creates an angry kind of image within my consciousness. So there's openness, freedom, love, and there's also the fire of this angry one inside. Now, the beautiful thing is that every emotional charge that we have within our bodies and that we have within our minds has a positive potential within it. Now, even me just saying that, when I said that every emotional charge has a positive potential within it, the anger inside me, it enjoyed hearing that. And when I said that there's a positive potential in this, the anger inside me felt a little bit more welcomed, and it grew larger. So let's work with it. It's in my throat. Can I allow it to grow bigger? Because anger, when it's contained, it can create this bitterness in the mind. It can create actually suffering in the mind. But when you welcome it, when you bow to it, when you say yes to it, it can open up as this, I'm experiencing it as this dragon, like this fierce dragon just flying out of its cage, raging, coursing through my body. And I say yes, yes to it, yes to it. And when I say yes to it, it grows stronger. A lot of spiritual people are afraid of anger. A lot of spiritual people growing up were so sensitive, and I was this too. I was afraid of anger. I thought anger was wrong. If I was in a confrontation with someone, I would just freeze and close down. And so there was a repression of anger. And usually if you're a really sweet, nice person on the spiritual path, then you probably have a repression of anger. But there's nothing wrong with the energy of anger. There's an aliveness in it. There's a power in it. There's it can be felt as an aspect of divinity. It can be felt as this presence of something powerful within your own consciousness. And what we need to do is we let it in. Without letting it go into the mind. And you might want to make noise. You might want to express it in the throat a little bit. Let it grow. Feel it in your belly. Feel it wherever it is in your body. You feel it. You welcome it. You say yes to it. Anger wants to be respected. It's here to protect you. It's a force here to protect you, to stick up for you. So we allow it in. We allow it to burn and rumble through our bodies. We allow it to burn and rumble through our consciousness. We let it open up however it wants to open up. There might be a roar, a silent or even an outward roar. And as I'm doing this, as I'm feeling this, I feel the energy raging through my whole body. From the sexual center, the base of the spine, all the way up through the solar plexus, up through the heart, through the throat. And you meet it. You meet it. You meet it. This is the tantric inclusion of rage. The tantric inclusion of anger. So many spiritual people afraid, repressing their anger, not allowing it. Thinking it's bad, thinking it's wrong. But there's something so wonderful about this. This energy is all just energy. We have so many contracted energy patterns within us that we're trying to push away, trying to get away from. And even in spirituality, we're trying to avoid these patterns. We're trying to avoid these energetic contractions. But we don't realize that wherever energy is contracted in the system, it's always trying, attempting to liberate itself. It's attempting to expand and grow and become an aspect of your own divinity, an aspect, a positive aspect of your own consciousness. And of course, usually underneath the anger, there's a layer of sadness. Or a well of sadness. And in expressing, in meeting, in feeling, in being with the anger, we can get put in touch with this sadness. And that's what I'm touching in with now. The hurt underneath the anger. The pain underneath the anger.